Welcome back, my friends, to KUM News Hotspot. We are live on Facebook and YouTube today. We're not on TV, but we will be on demand later because that football thing is going on. All right. So the Great Guam Shakeout is fast approaching, and we want to make sure that everybody knows about this island tradition. It's something that each and every one of us as responsible Guamanians have to do. It is October 20th at 10:20 in the morning precisely. Residents are encouraged to, now you know the drill, right? Drop, cover, and then hold on. I'm preaching to the choir here right now because I have my good friend Jenna Gumundi-Blas here with the Office of Civil Defense and Homeland Security. This is something that you, Jenna, and your staff have really ingrained into us. And, I wasn't making light of it right now. Like, everybody knows this from, little kids in elementary school all up to, old farts like me, right?
No, we hope so. We hope so. Yeah, we're definitely pushing that message out for this year's Great Guam Shakeout. We participate in this great earthquake drill every year, and it happens on the third Thursday of October. So this year, October 20th at 10:20 in the morning, we're encouraging the community to practice their earthquake procedure from wherever they are. Drop, cover, and hold on, like you demonstrated a little bit.
Yeah, and it's not just schools, because I know, you can go on Facebook Live, or you go on Instagram, and you see a lot of kids do it because a lot of kids have fun with it and they realize the value of of that knowledge if something should happen and there's an earthquake. But you also encourage businesses, organizations like churches, even the military gets involved, and even families to have that plan and do it.
Yeah, so you can register even as an individual if you'd like to. We're encouraging registration online. That way you can count towards Guam's numbers. This year we have over 42,000 participants for Guam. Majority of that is from the K through 12 schools. They register every year. We're very grateful for that. But we'd like to see more.
So we need organizations.
Yeah, we'd like to see more participation from the private businesses. We have great participation from the government of Guam and our federal and military partners. We have a lot of participation from our media partners as well. So definitely some of those private businesses, even faith-based organizations, different types of smaller businesses. If you'd like to participate in the Great Guam Shakeout, you can register online at shakeout.org/Guam and count towards Guam's numbers. That way you can see how we're participating each year.
People don't realize how key that is, Jenna, because we need to actually show and like a quantifiable, calculable number to like our friends in the States and everything like that, that everybody is on board with this. So I mean, if we've got all the people from DOE and schools on board, that is fantastic because it starts with the kids. But we also need to show that older people need to do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is not a nationwide initiative, it's a worldwide initiative. Yeah. So we have participants from all over the world that are going to be taking part in this earthquake drill. So you don't have to feel silly doing your drill from wherever you are. You can rest assured knowing that you're doing it with a lot of different members across the globe. So it's pretty exciting.
And technically we're ahead.
Yeah, we're ahead.
So we're doing it before our friends in the States do. So we can actually kind of we're the pace car.
Yeah, that's right. So we're also promoting some of the photos and the videos of the different drills that people participate in on our social media. And that way we'll be the first ones to highlight the Great Shakeout.
Okay, now you and I, should I say we are athletes? We were athletes?
Were. I think for myself.
Okay, yeah,
yes.
Thank you.
Were.
I appreciate your pity on me, right? Because you were certainly a much more accomplished athlete than myself, right? But so form and being able to get the technique and down is important to me, right?
Right.
So say I'm not going to do this because I can't fit under this table, but is there any way that we can actually do drop, cover, and hold incorrectly?
Not incorrectly, but there are different types of ways that you can drop, cover, and hold on, especially for those that are older or they don't have access to be able to drop to the ground so quickly. It's really about protecting. Right, absolutely. So there are different types of resources that you can find on our website at ghs.guam.gov, as well as the Shakeout website, for different ways that you can participate in the drill. So if you're not able to drop, cover, and hold on, yeah, definitely you can still lean forward, covering your major organs, and cover your head until the shaking stops.
I didn't know that part about the organ. I've been doing this with you 8 years now. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you want to drop and cover.
These kids that you see okay, and there are our friends. Obviously, that's Chief Joyce and Nicholas from the Guam Fire Department showing how to get it done.
Yes, we participated many years. So you can see
that's the
Governor, yes, Governor Leon Guerrero, great participant. We see her participating and her office participating every year, so it's a great initiative. We have members from all different, our military partners, the government of Guam partners, and of course the K through 12 skills.
And that quick shot, I know that teal desk anywhere. That was the KUM sales department.
Yes.
So our wonderful team back there is getting it done as well. But again, these kids have the and now they're showing, what is this, like evacuation plan, exit plan?
Yeah, so we always remind the community that, if you want to practice your earthquake drill, you also want to practice part of that, your evacuation drill afterwards, when it's safe to do so. The K through 12 schools are great at participating in their evacuation drill afterwards, but it's just something that you want to ingrain in your memory. Practicing your plan is the most important thing.
And the kids, obviously, they're all doing this because you can see like those desks are kind of arranged in a quad, if you will. And obviously, this footage was, like pre-pandemic, so desks are kind of more separated,
right?
Like right now. But yeah, you can use basically any. Does it have to be any particular structure, Jenna, or like wooden tables? Can it be like, if you're near scaffolding or
right?
Something like
you
that?
definitely want to move away from items that can fall on top of you. But the most important thing is to limit as much movement as possible.
So don't go.
Yeah, don't go running to the door frame.
Okay.
If you can imagine a full class.
That's what everybody
running,
thinks. They're like
right.
stand into the door jam and you'll be good.
Yeah, one of the biggest misconceptions. Fortunately, Guam has some of the highest building codes in the nation. Because of that, we're able to, remain where we are and rest assured that that building that you're inside will be able to withstand. If you're unable to get under a desk or something sturdy, you can also get up against an interior concrete wall and still drop to the ground and cover your head and hold on until the shaking stops.
Okay. How about like if you're somewhere like that has like, say I was doing brunch, right? Like at one of the really nice hotels there, and they got those big like marble columns and everything like that. Solid structures like that would be good.
Solid structures up against that, and make sure it's in the interior, so it's not at the edges. And drop to the ground and cover your head until the shaking stops.
Okay, and more importantly, you were just speaking about that a moment ago, where you want to stay away from structures where you have things that may become dislodged or fall. So don't go near, your dresser drawers, your vanities, your bookshelves, or things like that, your china cabinets.
Right. So we encourage the community to take the time now, check around what's around your bedroom, around what's around your household, and make sure that all the items are secured in place. What we encourage the children when we go to their classrooms is to make sure when they go home that evening, check what's around their bedrooms, around their beds, and talk to their families and talk to the adults in their family about, hey, can we secure these shelves? Can we move this television set? It's right next to my bed. And
that's fantastic.
Yeah, so looking
it's the
around,
kids educating the parents and saying, my teachers.
they're a big help. Yeah, they're a great help in getting that information out to their parents. Yeah.
Okay. You're probably going to wring my neck for this, right? But
No.
you know me, I like to think of things in like what if, we've been working together like so long, you know I was going to go here, right? How about if people are on the road? Because I remember like the big earthquake, right? The one that happened in like 93.
Yes.
My sister was actually just getting off work at PIC, so she was like on the road. She pulled over on the side, but she was like, it was pretty alarming and it was pretty scary. But what do you do like if you're inside a vehicle, either as a driver or a passenger?
Yeah, so the guidance we follow, again, this is available on the shakeout.org website, is to pull over to the side of the road. And we're talking about a large earthquake, something you can feel inside your vehicle. You want to make sure you pull over to the side of the road, put your parking brake on, and stay there until the shaking stops. Sometimes people, if an item falls on your vehicle, maybe a power line, a downed power line, we remind the community, don't get out, don't try to move that on your own. You want to remain there. If you're unable to drive away, you want to remain there until the emergency responders can get to you. But the guidance is to pull over to the side of the road and put your parking brake on.
So as quickly and safely as possible, right? So you don't need to look for like say like an awning or an overhang or something to go under. Just basically go on the side of the road if traffic permits.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, here's another what if, right? Because I was a caretaker for a family member, right? This person was bedridden, like I was saying, for so many years. If it's just not possible for that person to be able to, get out of bed in a rapid fashion and everything like that, and drop, cover, and hold, what can I do as a caretaker? Because I want to take care of them. I also want to take care of myself.
Yeah, definitely. So it starts with, again, assessing the area that they're staying in. If they're bedridden, assessing what's around them, making sure that there's nothing that can fall on them. In that event, then the guidance that we provide, again, available on the shakeout.org website, is to cover your organs and your face, making sure that you're still able to breathe with your pillow. So if there's nothing that can fall on your area, the guidance is to remain in place. Sometimes the children, will ask, can I get under my bed if I can move quickly? And again, the guidance is not. It's to remain in place. Oftentimes with very large earthquakes, items like even a bed can be bouncing up and down, and the last thing you'd want is to be crushed under that. So the guidance is just to remain in place. The immediate action would be to remain there, but first assessing what's around them first.
So you're basically making yourself as small as possible, so like reducing...
Protecting your organs, protecting your head, and covering your head and your neck.
That organ tip, again, I never knew that. I just thought it was, like you just cover and everything like that. But that is a very good tip, because obviously, with your face, you've got your nose, your eyes, like your teeth. I mean, these are things that, can be very painful if something hits you. But also you want to watch, your stomach, your kidneys, and Okay. Real quick, we got a couple more minutes left, but The month of October is also a very important time,
Yes.
and people have to know things about cyber security because cybercrime is a thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. We just participated in the Office of Technology had a proclamation signing with the Office of the Governor, and this
Shout
was
out
just
to
last
OTEC.
week.
You guys are awesome.
Yes, and this was just last week for October being Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Of course, our office being the emergency management agency, we have a very big stake in this as well. We always remind the community that it's not just natural threats that we're worried about and we should be concerned about, but man-made threats as well, human-caused threats. So technological threats is something that can happen, and we get a lot of reports. Our partners with the Mariana Regional Fusion Center get many reports of people trying to scam, either through their, through their emails or through their WhatsApp, and all of those can be deemed cyber threats. So we're reminding the community to stop, think, and connect. So stop before you connect and think about what site you're linking onto and what links that you're clicking before moving forward.
Yeah, would you even say that like if something just looks fishy and it gives you a moment, to pause and hesitate and everything like that, just don't even engage with it. Or I mean, you can ask your local IT guy. Like our staff always ask me, hey, does this look like funny? And because I'm old enough to remember that kind of the running joke was if you get a email from the Nigerian aristocracy asking you to release your entire life savings, it's like, okay, that's like the biggest spam thing out there. But stuff these days is so sophisticated.
It really is.
Really implausible.
It can look legitimate, and it's difficult, especially for those, and it can across the age gap. It's from the younger generation to the older generation. It can be difficult to spot, but definitely if you have any pause for cause, or cause to pause, then you definitely want to take that moment, because if it's something that you're not aware of, something that you're not familiar with, a number that you just don't recognize, it's not a bad idea to check first.
Okay, so wrapping up, as we always do on this show, with the Great Guam Shakeout again. So that's going to be on October the 20th at 10:20, exactly in the morning. Go into Windows, go into iOS, whatever like that, and bring up your clock. There it is, and we want you to participate with us because all of us at KUAM, this is something we look forward to doing each and every year. There are the 3 steps. It's a really, really easy process to follow, and as Jenna said, drop, cover, and hold. That's at October 20 on 10:20 in the morning. Where are you going to be?
So
Jenna?
we're looking at working with different schools to see if we can stage with them and participate in the drill with them. So we're working on our different locations now. Typically I go to a news station or stay at my office, but we might be visiting the different schools this year.
Very cool. Okay,
Yes.
so we're going to be right alongside for the ride because we are all about informing our community, making sure that everybody knows how we can stay safe.
Yes, thank
All
you.
right, so Jenna, it's so good to see you in person after
You too. I
after
appreciate
a
being
crazy
here.
2.5 years.
Yeah, we're so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
All right, and the 20th is coming up, and we look forward to seeing you on 10:20.
Great, thank you.
All right, please stay tuned. There is more Hotspot after this.